Hey y'all, so I'm sure you saw it in the title, we're gonna talk about Dhar Mann. I'm sure there's no need for me to introduce him, he could be called the man, the myth, the legend, but the New York Times called him the moral philosopher of YouTube, and you know, he's done some morally uncool things in the past. I would say that not paying your employees is considered morally wrong, but yeah, he makes these videos that are supposed to be lessons towards younger audiences. It's very cookie cutter stuff like don't bully kids for fun, don't be mean to homeless people, don't judge people based on their appearance. And don't get me wrong, all of those are true. Please don't be mean to homeless people, the government's mean enough to them already. But I feel like you could make more with this lesson type video about what's morally right type beat. And apparently I'm not the only person who felt like there's more to be made with this concept, because since Dhar Mann became who he is, the moral philosopher of YouTube, everyone wants to be the moral philosopher of YouTube. Samir Bhavnani, who made the now famous Teacher Takes a Huge Shit on Students essay. Life Lessons with Louise, who made one of the most precious life lessons in this form of his legendary video called Evil Nanny Drowns Little Girl in Pool. It's truly one of the best lessons you could give to someone. If my friend would come up to me and be like, dude, I'm babysitting and this little kid just won't stop tweaking, what do I do? I would know what to say thanks to Louise. There's also Totally Studios, who made the one and only Crying Baby is from Plane. For some reason Totally Studios is totally obsessed with kicking stuff off planes. Kids kick Karen off airplane, fake pregnant Karen from plane, kid kicked off plane for Roblox. I mean, I get the first, no, I don't kick Karens off from airplanes, this is a joke. But why would you kick off a kid from a plane for Roblox?
In life you have roadblocks.
What's that you're playing there, little dude? Oh, you know, I'm just playing some Dress to Impress. Hey, that outfit you got going on, that ain't matching with the theme, little bro. Get the fuck out of here. As you can see, these people had to be, let's say, more outgoing with their topics. It's much less about teaching kids not to be mean and more about, well, kicking Karens off planes. But I would wager that there's one channel, one moral philosopher that trumps them all, that can be named the most offensive and most insane Dhar Mann copycat. Tomorrow's teachings. I think that some of y'all might have seen them by now. Mimulus and Gunnar already made videos about these, I don't even want to call them dudes, their canon is so crazy. These beings. They are the man, the myth, the legend without the man. They are an ancient evil, dude. You saw how the previous Dhar Mann copycat videos were like crazy, but crazy for the sake of people like me to make a video about them, since they are crazy. But this shit is just... let them speak for themselves, check out these thumbnails. Whereas the previous channels were like Karen gets thrown off plane, this one is more on the Karen hunts down Mexicans type beat. It's more in the black kid drowns in pool category. You could even say it's on that white girl makes black kid her pet monkey shit. Now, I believe it became apparent why this channel is different from the other ones. It's really fucking racist. In fact, the reason I found their channel was because of this video I'm about to show you. Just as a disclaimer, it's the wildest YouTube outro I have ever seen.
Yo, what's up, my niggas? I got a cookout next weekend at my house. I want all the Mexicans and blacks to pull up, and we're gonna have a grand old time. Trust me.
Once they show up to the party, we'll shoot them all. Now, come suck my toes.
Yeah, the entire channel is like this. You can see how it's self-aware and how it tries to be funny. It tries to be this wow crazy thing for people to be like, oh my god, what the fuck? But most of the time it's just some guy coming up with the most offensive shit you've ever seen. If he would have not said anything, it still would have been offensive because of the do-rag. And I'm pretty sure you heard at least 50 trillion things wrong with his sentence. And they call this slap tomorrow's teachings? What did this teach you? Nah, really, what did this outro give you as a life lesson? I just don't get why they have to do this try to do the most offensive stuff route, because I have to think that they would get more cash if they were more family friendly. There even was a time when they were just doing shitposts. They were like shitpost Dhar Mann. And some scenes were unironically really fucking funny.
Well, I guess we won't be seeing her again.
See, like this is the shit I'm talking about. This is the stuff we wanna see. By the way, this is from the video White Kid Shamed for His Small PP, and since then this got a part 2, which was genuinely one of the hardest watches of my life. It was really hard to sit through it. I almost didn't even make this video because of it. It contains a perfectly able-bodied person pretend to be in a wheelchair and make seal noises. This is the same guy that kissed that other dude on the bridge, by the way. You wanna hear the explanation on how he became this way?
Jacob suffered a devastating accident while he was making out with his teacher. He fell from the bridge, landing on his head, and sustained severe brain damage. He became autistic.
I'm pretty fucking sure that he didn't become autistic because he fell off of a bridge. This shit is already pissing me off. You can't do that. You can't just be like, he's autistic now. That's not how that works. Also, in this same story, he has a stepmother who's from Iran. And you wanna know what the writers do with that information? How is this allowed on YouTube? How am I talking about this? This whole White Kid Shamed for His PP saga is much deeper than I made it out to be. I only brought up a couple examples, mainly because this video also contains disgusting stuff on multiple accounts against this guy that's actively saying no, like he's not giving consent. I refuse to talk about a video like this. It legit shook me the first time I saw it. It's the most disgusting video I've ever seen. It makes me go full on teacher mode. Never in my 20 years of watching YouTube did I encounter such a foul shit stain on this platform. So yeah, for this video I wanted to dive into something that doesn't wanna make me vomit, at least not as much as that video. And you know, when I was choosing which video should I talk about, a lot came up. Like, let's see, Evil Clan kidnaps Black Kid. What a great start. They did not just do what I think they did in the thumbnail. Right? You know, I wonder what evil clan they are referring to. Do y'all think it might be a clan with historical importance? I wanna check out this evil clan real quick. And yep, that's an evil clan, alright. Kid goes on date with old man. I already said I don't wanna vomit too much. I want like a satisfying amount of vomit inducing stuff. Check this out. Hot sister catches brother edging. Perfect! We live in a world where the word edging is used in Dhar Mann type videos. This is truly one of the timelines to be living in. This is one of the points in history. Real quick before I get into this story. Okay, so the story starts with a family gathering. Their grandma just came over, but the family's son, James, is missing. The family's like, where could he be? What's he doing? He's such a rascal. He's always sleeping until 12. You know, I wish he would play a sport or something. And man, I don't know the age of James, especially since his actor looks older than the actor who plays the dad. It really speaks volumes on how no one wants to play fucking James. The directors must have been like, I mean, listen, you know what? You got long hair, you're in. But what I wanted to say is, if James really is a kid, like around 18, can you let him fucking be Mr. James's dad? He's 18. But whatever, we've got to James to see what he's up to. And based on the title of the video, I think we pieced it together that, yeah, James is edging. And if there's one single thing that they managed to get right, it's James. His room is screaming grease, okay? It's screaming filth. His hair has not been washed since birth. They managed to get the essence of a Goon King fortune teller perfectly.
It's almost 1 o'clock. You even had breakfast.
Dad, shut the fuck up. James is doing his morning goon sesh and he's trying to make his stuff he's watching louder, but his laptop auto connects to a speaker downstairs and you know, it goes the way you would think it'd go.
Oh my goodness.
And it's this big revelation somehow. Have you seen your son recently, dude? Did you notice how the only thing that's not just empty boxes and laundry in his room are his laptop and the essential goon accessories? I don't know why it's such a big surprise. The mom's acting like she got possessed by a banshee. Like her grandma's having an eye-opening experience.
James! Look. I want you to know what you were doing earlier is totally normal. Everyone does it.
I don't really think that's good advice to give to your son. Maybe if he wasn't so conditioned by corn to believe that women are these fuck entities, he would be able to talk to them. So I think it would be best if you didn't normalize it in his head, idiot.
Too much of it can be bad, James.
But I've only done it a few times.
James, it's okay, you don't need to be embarrassed. I'm your father. I can smell it every time I walk by your room.
Honestly, if James said he's only done it a few times and the dad would not have said anything, we all would still know he has not done it a few times. Maybe he did it a few times today, like compared to his previous days. Today he only done it a few times. But yeah, you ain't fooling nobody, James.
Just stop touching yourself, okay? And no more explicit content. It's bad for your development.
Respectfully, Mr. Dad, your son is older than you. He's not cooking any further, he's done.
No more jerking off. And no more porn.
I love how he raised his hand. He deadass wanted to ask. But can I at least watch some corn? Okay, no more jorking it. Okay, no more straight up jorking it. But can I at least... Okay. What would the point of that even be? Just casually watching some corn? Like at your adult job? You're an adult, James. You're older than your father.
James has managed to abstain from self-touch for 3 days, but he's struggling, especially when bombarded by explicit content on Instagram. It highlights how our society glorifies such material.
See, this is what I don't get. You guys come up with this real message that glorifying this stuff can cause people to be like James. Greasy, uncool, stank. How this is a real problem people have. And then in this same scene...
Until his dog, Lulu, enters the room, sparking an idea.
No! No! In case you need a little bit more context, here's everything you need to know. Poor fucking dog, man. Unsurprisingly, his mom catches him in the act.
Mom! What are you doing here?
Why are you doing this in the living room? You already have yourself a goon cave. What? Her mom's reactions are so genuine, man. He just comes in the room and goes... Speak your shit, mother.
You've got a big problem!
I wasn't doing what you thought I was.
Yes, you were!
Mom, I wasn't doing it.
James, You wasn't doing what it seemed like. Okay, what did you do? What did you do, James? What fun game did y'all play together?
James finds himself in tears as he gradually descends into slovenliness. Over time, he transforms into a slob, indulging in bed-bound eating sessions while consuming copious amounts of explicit content.
Explicit content? Nah, I feel the need to protect James on this. He wasn't watching any explicit content, he typed in epic Minecraft battles. He's a perfectly fine individual at this point.
Can you touch on the detriments of weak will? Yeah, you're a little ass bitch. You can't stop yourself from jerking off.
Never mind, nah, he becomes a G. What will he do now? Open an AI marketing corporation that doesn't do shit just so he can call himself a CEO? Say the quintessential bottom G line? Men create their value, women preserve it? Nah, it pushes him to start exercising and overall be in a better mindset. He starts improving, and don't get me wrong, that's great. But I do wanna fire some shots at the writer here, making him and his brother the reason and motivation for the betterment of the character. It's really not tomorrow's teachings, it's more like yesterday's miseducation. And you know, I kinda thought this is where the story would end, with James triumphing over his addiction. Sadly, they had something else to say with this story.
I can't see. I can't see. I can't see. Mom! I can't see!
The person that plays James should win an Oscar, man. Not because of his performance, because of his perseverance. He's been dragged into this fucking hell of a role. He plays the average gooner, and you can see how he really tries to make it look like he's panicking, but man, does it fail.
I'm sorry, but James has developed a condition called optical neuropathy due to excessive masturbation.
Do you know where this story beat and this myth that masturbating makes you blind came from? From a fucking Rage comic. I'm not making this up, this is the meme that spread it. The word works in such weird ways, dude. A video from 2024 unknowingly references a Rage comic from 2009. But yeah, James is now a blind person, and it makes the rest of the video kinda uncomfortable because we know that the actor is just pretending to be blind, and now because he can't see, he goes from exercising to watching corn again. Keyword being watching. Did these people just forget that James is now blind? I know that blind people can use assistive technology to operate computers, but you can't you can't screen read corn. I know there's braille displays for visually impaired people, but I don't think it works on corn. But whatever, he stumbles on an ad that's promoting a lifelike doll. Can they end this fucking story already? You already know what'll happen because the title is called Hot Sister Catches Brother Edging.
You've been naughty.
I know I have. Punish me already.
Hey, I want to hear you say nothing. Not a thing. You got it?
Yes, Daddy.
Oh, shit, Miles, I forgot the protection. Hey, we'll be right back, baby, alright? I don't want to hear a word.
Alright, hurry, Daddies.
Where's my room?
According to the story, it has been several months since James has gone blind. How did James forgot not only his map of his house that he's been living in, but also that his room is on the 2nd floor? There's so much wrong with the storytelling. Why did James think that was his room? Why did he assume that the doll he ordered was on his bed already? What did their parents say after he ordered a lifelike doll? Despite all of these inconsistencies, they made it happen, and I'm so fucking done with this.
James, what are you doing?
James, what the heck?
I thought this was my room.
No, it's not your room.
I thought that was my doll. Well, I don't know.
James, that's your sister.
Dude, can you be a little bit more upset about the fact that James just did that with his sister?
Due to James's actions, his sister became pregnant and chose to keep the baby. Tragically, the child was born with severe disabilities. Overwhelmed by guilt and shame, James made the drastic decision to dispose of the baby. However, his actions were discovered by the authorities, resulting in a life sentence behind bars.
What's up, guys? This is Oliver from Tomorrow's Teachings. We hope you guys learned something from our new video.
What? Fucking what, Oliver? What was I supposed to learn from this? We ain't learning shit with this one. I honestly just feel defeated after this. I feel so torn between making future videos about these guys, because on one hand they advertise themselves as family friendly. What we just watched, according to them, was family friendly. This felt like fucking Dharman.exe, okay? I just opened this game that I bought on the flea market and Dhar Mann had hyper realistic bloody eyes. And I want people to know to not click on that channel when it comes up, because they'll find themselves head first with James and his tendencies of fucking gooning. But on the other hand, I wanna give them any more publicity than what they already have. So yeah, I'm gonna need to think on that for a while. Moral of the story: in case you feel like you're on the way to become James, ask for help. I would think that's a satisfying conclusion. Okay, that was all I had for today. If you enjoyed the video and you would like to support me, please subscribe and like and everything. I love y'all, and bye bye.